Okay guys, this is stage one. I'm going to go ahead and pause a picture for you and you can read the description of it, and I'll do that for about 5 seconds. You can pause the video if you'd like to read that a little better, but it's a pretty simple stage. Enjoy, we'll talk about it after.
If you're finished on those, show clear. Clear. Hammer down. Range is clear. Time 1977.
Okay guys, so just a quick review. Again, I've been sick all day, so I look like crap, but I hope you at least enjoyed the shooting. I want to review each stage. So for stage one, just to review what I did wrong. I was a tad low when I started out on the rack. I should not be missing the first shot. I need to work on my draws. I've missed a couple of shots on the first go. I really need to be hitting the target when I do my draw. It really sets the pace for the rest of the stage. I did shoot target 4 on the rack twice, so I actually shot it, and I don't know if you go back and watch it, the plate actually moves slightly. One of the guys was telling me that I didn't need to shoot it again. I don't really know. As far as I understood, the official rules were if that plate doesn't get knocked down, you have to go back and shoot it again. Correct me in the comments if you know. I did really good on the Texas Star. I felt like I could have pushed myself a little bit faster. I didn't take my time on the very last plate, and I was at a good pace, and I tried to keep the pace, and I just, I was transitioning to a smaller plate, and I didn't take the time, and I paid for it. What's more important, take your time or go fast? And sometimes it's take your time. Make sure you hit the shot so you don't have to go back and do a follow-up. I didn't hesitate on that first stage with my misses. If I missed, I tried to get a follow-up shot quickly, or in the case of when I hit target 4 on the rack, I kept going and went back for it, and I find that works better. It's usually a smoother transition that way. So yeah, that's my thoughts on stage 1. Here's another still shot. This is of stage 2. Go ahead and pause the video if you'd like to read it. This is how it's set up, and we'll show you the video on how I did.
Clear. And down. Holster. Range is clear. Time 15.14.
Alright, so the review of stage 2. A couple things to note. I took too long on my draw, and that's just because I don't think I have enough dry fire practice under my belt yet with my Red Dot, and I ended up taking too much time and worrying too much about shooting it. I was also very highly aware that those plates were pretty small. They're about as big as your hand. So I took too much time on my draw, but I am glad I didn't miss. So I did miss the third knockdown plate though, because I was thinking about how long I took on my draw, and I was kind of kicking myself for it. So this is another lesson to learn, that you need to accept and move on. If you sit and think and dwell upon your misses and mistakes, it just messes you up more. The last thing that I felt was a con was when I got out of the box and I shot at the rectangles, I then had to shuffle into the next box, but in my mind I was thinking I had to run a ways. And so I hesitate, and then I realized I only needed to shuffle into the box. So that was just bad preparation on my part. Some pros, I'm glad I didn't rush the first target. So even though I took a while on it, at least I took a little while and shot it. Then shot it and got frustrated because I missed. I'd rather take a couple of seconds aiming better than taking a couple of seconds missing and losing ammo. And then you have to worry about a reload later on. Next thing was movement. I felt like my movement was pretty good. Even though I hesitated into that last box, I thought I was transitioning from target to target pretty well, especially at the end there. Even though I was starting off slow, I was able to push myself and pick up the speed at the end. Pretty happy about that. If I can do that more consistently, I'd be really happy with myself, and I'd see my scores do better, I bet. Alright, you can pause it. This is stage 3. Go ahead and read it. And I also have a picture of how it's set up. This is a speed stage. I did not do very good on this stage, as you will see. You do 3 runs, and I missed 3 shots on the first run, 2 shots on the second run, and then 3 shots again on the third run. It wasn't very good at all.
Thank you. Okay.
Are they
The one in the car.
Are you ready? Stand by. Are you ready? Stand by. If you're finished, unload, show clear. Clear, hammer down, and holster.
Okay, we're going down, Ray.
Hey guys, so stage 3. I am not good at speed stages. They're not my forte. So you had to do 3 runs here. Basically, I could boil it down to rushing myself. That was the biggest con. The first 2 stages, I realized I could beat Kyle. I was 1 second off from him on stage 1, 1 second off from him on stage 2, and I really wanted. I'm competitive. I really wanted to beat Kyle. So we came up to the speed stage, and I was like, I gotta push myself. I gotta push myself. I gotta push myself. I pushed myself, and I sacrificed accuracy. So I did worse, I think, because I pushed myself. First run, I made 3 misses. Second run, 2 misses. Third run, another 3 misses. Basically, that stage was just really bad on my part. It was just all up here. This is a mental game too, guys. Okay, pause and you can look at stage 4. I really tanked on this one too, guys. I did horrible. Wasn't very proud of it.
Shooter ready. Stand by. If you are finished, unload, show clear. If clear, hammer down, holster. Range is clear, time 2136.
Alright guys, so the review of stage 4, it's set. Biggest takeaway from it, I didn't prepare enough for it. When I go up to a stage, I really like to run through it. I like to plan things out. On this one, I didn't get to. There was just too many people at Tuesday Night Steel all at the same time, so we were rushing through it. I missed on that first shot, and again, that sets the stage for me. It's a mental game too. I can only afford 3 misses before I would have to reload. So I miss on the rack. I miss trying to shoot plate 5. I make a couple other misses, and then what ends up happening is I have to do a reload, and my thumb had hit the slide stop. The slide didn't hold open for me. My thumb does that a lot on like every handgun I hold. My reload was slow, got it in, and I forgot to rack it. I had to go and rack it, and then I missed, and then I had to, after I missed, I thought I was going to hit it. But I missed and pulled my hand off the gun, and I had to put my hand back on and shoot again, and yeah, it just slowed me down. Again, I'm pretty competitive. I really want to beat Kyle, and he has more experience than me, and he does pretty good on these stages, so I didn't beat him. I didn't come close to beating him. He beat me by 7 seconds on that stage. I actually counted it up. My mistakes there at the end are what attributed to the 7 seconds. Had I not made that big blunder at the end, I probably would have been like 1 second off of Kyle. So, anyways, it was still fun. I really enjoyed it. Okay, so for my first competition with this Red Dot, guys, I have to say it was awesome. If you're looking at getting a Red Dot, I still recommend Vortex Viper. The 6 MOA is not too big. It's perfect. I've shot tiny targets with it. I actually have a video I'm working on where I'm shooting little cans at, little soda cans 35 yards away with it, and it's not a problem. So I will talk to you guys later, and If you like this, please subscribe. Leave a comment if you have any suggestions or thoughts, or if you like the video, let me know. Hope you have a good one, guys. See you later.